For the first time in the history of Pakistan's democracy, we have seen that a Prime Minister has been ousted in a very unceremonious way through a no confidence motion, and a lot of people are saying, Afrida, that this is like Pakistan coming of age. It's like the first time it's like the democracy is coming alive. So let us break it down for our viewers and let's tell them what happened with Imran Khan's dismissal. Why was he ousted using this no confidence motion for the first time in Pakistan's democratic history? And also, why Shehbaz Sharif? What is he bringing to the table? And then we can also discuss and tell why this move, what it can mean for India.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, let's first give our viewers the backstory. It's very interesting. The world might think that this whole ouster of Imran Khan was orchestrated by a united opposition, which is of course factually correct. But there is a backstory to that as well. And that story actually stems from how Imran Khan fell out of favor with the army.
Yes.
Now, we know that, the entire dispute between Imran Khan and General Bajwa, the current army chief of Pakistan, happened over the choice of the ISI chief.
Yes.
The person who was Imran's pick for ISI was not favorable to the army, and therefore, the reason why again it was not favorable is interesting, is because Imran Khan, Raksha, thought that he will have his pick as the ISI chief, who will in turn become the army chief and then ensure his return to power in 2023.
Yes.
So that was the game plan. That was the deal which was struck. Now, obviously, General Bajwa got a whiff of it, and he says that was the time he decided that nothing doing. We cannot have this kind of a deal struck between these two individuals, and obviously the two fell out of favor, which means that Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, fell out of favor with the army. The opposition then gets a whiff of this and they decide to capitalize on the situation. The rest, as we all know, is history. There was a no confidence vote initiated, and after much drama, like if you've read the newspaper headlines, it says Imran goes kicking and screaming. It's like he tried with all his might.
Yes.
To
Even
cling
today
to power.
he said, I will not be in the assembly of thieves and for this re-election of the new Pak PM, of course. But now moving on, now that we have Shehbaz Sharif, what do you have to say about that?
Now, it's going to be interesting, again, return of the Sharifs, but many believe in India that Nawaz Sharif, for instance, was a better head of state for us to deal with.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, and also, because Imran has been, off late at least, very vocal against certain issues in India, whether it is the revocation of Article 370. He's been extremely critical of the BJP-RSS combined.
Absolutely.
And, so, in that sense, it might be that the current dispensation would like or prefer Shehbaz Sharif over Imran Khan.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, for India, I would like to say that this change of regime might actually be very beneficial, Afrida, because Imran Khan has always been at loggerheads with our ruling government. He even went on to call the BJP-RSS combine a Nazi, this thing, and it's built more bitterness, I feel, except for, of course, and they have adhered to hold ceasefire along LOC for the past year and a half.
Yeah, but that is again army's domain.
That's again army, yes. And Shehbaz Sharif has great relations with the Pakistan army, as you already pointed out. So which means that we are probably looking at a better, brighter future between the two neighboring countries. Shehbaz Sharif has always been very vocally supportive of unity. Even today, he'd given this bite saying that in Pakistan I'm going to try and go for unity and sort of not be a
there will
divorce,
not be any revenge politics.
Yes, and Shehbaz Sharif was always treated as this can-do administrator even while he was Punjab CM. So I feel that overall, Pakistan also needs a lot of economic support right now, So this whole anti-US sentiment that Imran Khan had built, he went on to a point to say that probably the Biden administration is the one which is sort of plotted his ousting, right? So in that way, I feel that Shehbaz and Imran Khan also pulled Pakistan a little more towards China and Russia, but I feel that Shehbaz Sharif is somebody who will sort of help Pakistan to get back on its feet, because the Pakistan rupee is at its record lowest as compared to the US dollar. The funds are sort of drying out. So if there's any kind of a an IMF bailout that Pakistan would need, then I feel that Shehbaz Sharif is the man who could take them forward. And about India, I also feel that he's been very he mourned the loss of Lata Mangeshkar, and he wished his the Hindus celebrating Holi in Pakistan. So I feel overall he's somebody who is coming across as softer
at this point. Yes.
Softer on India, right? So I feel like we have a lot to watch out.
But yes, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and everyone will just watch out now what Shehbaz can do to get Pakistan out of this economic crisis that they are in.
Post-pandemic. And
let's also remember, Raksha, that generally as well, people of Pakistan had lost hope in Imran Khan simply because he couldn't deliver. So it's not just about these internal politics that is responsible for his ouster.
You were telling me earlier about all the promises and how
some 61 promises he made, and not even, I think, just about 2 delivered, some reports saying. But the fact of the matter is to understand that he also failed to deliver or did not live up to the expectations that he came with. So all of that,
and Sharif has a demonstrated history of being the can-do administrator, so I think Pakistan people are also very supportive of his appointment. So I guess we can leave our audience with all this food for thought, and you can think and you can actually comment on this video saying what you feel that this change of regime in Pakistan might mean for our country, India, or even otherwise, if you feel that the way Imran Khan's unceremonious exit happened. If you have some thoughts on that, please do share as comments, as reply to this video.
Thanks for watching.